Hey everybody, my name is Kevin English. I'm Senior Director of Modern Workplace Services.
And I'm Adam Reiser, Senior Director of End User Compute here at SHI.
And we're here to demo the new Apple Vision Pro.
It's kind of a fancy shoebox as a sneakerhead, Kevin. I know it'd be good for you, but
yeah, it's true.
But if you can see the MacBook Pro here on top of it, it's slightly smaller in width, but probably about 4 of them high from a box perspective.
Pretty large box, I'll tell you. I was so excited to get it as like a kid on Christmas.
Yeah, and you got the lenses too, right?
I did. Very important to have the Vision Pro Zeiss inserts that match your prescriptions. I just wear readers, but I'm in this thing 2 or 3 hours a day now, and so my readers need to be in this as well.
Yeah.
Want to open it up and show?
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's dive right in.
Let's see. So that anticipation is still there.
It is. Apple does that very intentionally. So you open it up right into a beautiful presentation, almost on a platform here of the Vision Pro itself. Super well packaged. It's got the front screen cover. You got the insert too to keep the band nice and tight, right?
Yeah, in here you'll see even the insert to keep the band at an optimal level is created with cord management. So you can use it again. You could tell it was made very sustainably and very minimalist, but it helps to protect it as well. So I generally pick it up.
Yeah, pick it up by
with
the front.
The cover on it.
Yeah, don't take that cover off. Keeps you from having to get fingerprints on that front, so you get the full cool look once you put it on.
Now, you might think we look ridiculous now, but wait a couple of years and it will be ubiquitous. So we're fitting it by turning the strap here, and then that's when you remove the front cover. I've forgotten I didn't put my battery pack on, so I can't see anything.
We'll get to that point, and I think the battery's in the box.
Yeah. So I'll put this back on.
Unscrew on the side makes it super easy. The little tightener on the side makes it nice and easy to come on and off. Without much discomfort or messing up your hair. So once you let's pop it off here, you take that stage off, we'll put it in front of the box, or at least mine.
Okay. I'll do that too.
So then you get kind of very, again, minimalist Apple look and feel, very much what you're familiar with in terms of phones or iPads or Macs. First thing you see here is this the Vision Pro manual, which is got all descriptions of what the products do, pictures on how to use it, a very good guide on how to get started.
I haven't seen an Apple manual in a long time, so I was excited to get a full glossy. But what's also interesting is that there's a user manual online that goes deeper. This is kind of a quick start guide, as Adam mentioned.
Yeah.
But there's so much content online on the Apple Store, on apple.com, in order to be able to utilize this brand new computing platform, because it takes some adjusting to.
Next one you get, again, another similar look and feel from Apple, but you get the polishing cloth right in here in another section, which is great for getting those finger smudges off if you do happen to get some on there. So that comes nice and packaged nicely, again, right on top there.
Key for this thing, there's a lot of glass, but I can't say I don't use it for other things.
They work for my glasses too.
Yeah.
So the dual loop band comes in. Next is the next thing you kind of unpackage, and that looks a bit like this. So again, all the same cord and cable management to keep it nice and clean and packaged nicely. So you take that off, and this just gives you another option, right, for wearing it. This is more of a Velcro strap option, similar to kind of the new watch bands that they put out with the Ultra 2. But this just gives you another headset option, and we'll show you when we put that on a little bit later.
I haven't even used this thing. I've been using it for a couple weeks. The solo band is enough for me. Again, I'm used to the VR headsets, but I'm sure that this gives you another option if the solo band is uncomfortable. So the battery is significant. It always has to stay on. I was not prepared for that. I understand why Apple did that, to remove some of the weight from the front of the device, but it comes with a brand new sort of adapter, which quite honestly I'm having trouble with in some instances putting it on, but this is where it goes. You put it on the side here, and it sort of like ratchets in when it's
important when you put it on. It took me a minute to catch on the first time, but you line up those dots to the bottom one first, and then twist to the top dot there, and it locks in place. And that's the battery you have to wear constantly when using the device, right? It's a rechargeable battery, slightly thicker, but a little bit smaller than the size of the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So slightly thicker, but a little smaller in size. Typical cord and cable management. You get your USB-C, the USB-C cord and adapter. I think this is the standard 30-watt adapter that comes with it to charge the battery when not in use. Battery pack is nice. Like I said, it's about the size of a phone, so I find just sliding it in my pocket when in use once I connect, and then you're free to roam around while using the Vision Pro if you'd like. And the battery life's pretty solid, I would say. I mean, you've used it for a little bit longer than I haven't had too many issues with battery life.
So I have battery anxiety. I always need my devices charged. But yeah, I feel like I can get a couple of hours out of it. But when I go for more than 2 or 3 hours, or I really want to ensure that the battery doesn't die, I just plug it in and I'm stationary. I'm at my desk or I'm watching a movie. And so I will use the battery pack with the adapter plugged in for longer battery life.
And I'd say that's a differentiator too. Some other competitive products, you can't use it while it's charging or plugged in.
Interesting.
So that, because they fear that it ruins their experience of the product. But this one you can. So if you are running low, you just pop the USB-C into the battery pack, and you can still sit and enjoy the Vision Pro while it's charging. So this is the
Light seal.
The light seal. So this is you do get 2 of these. One comes attached to the device itself. So pop it out here.
Light seal cushion, let's say.
Yes, so there's a couple of pull tabs to get it off. Again, very Apple-like. And so we pop that out. This is your light seal cushion, right? There is already one on the inside here, magnetic. So this is kind of the wide plus model, and this one's just the wide. So this one just gives you a little bit. They're a little bit 2 different sizes. That's why it comes with 2 of them. But during the fit process, which you go through when purchasing the device, it measures your head and comes attached with the one they think is ideal for you. But they do have a backup option as well.
Mine is a medium. It's probably my hair. But yeah, it's important to get that right. The light seal, the Zeiss lenses, and the cushion in order to have maximum comfortability. You want to put it on?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead with your, you have the lenses, I don't.
Okay.
But we can talk a little bit about that too.
So again, I'm kind of sliding this on with the cover. Sometimes I forget that the cover is on, and so I look pretty silly. Right now it's asking me to press and hold the digital crown to align the Zeiss inserts and the optical vision. So you'll see me punching into the air, but what I'm doing here is putting in my passcode. It's a 6-digit PIN that I'm pinching the air to start my process. I don't need to have a password. In fact, there's a new authentication system, and that's called what, Adam?
That is the Optic ID, which you get to use while, which can be used to unlock, and also when you want to buy apps or anything like that, it will scan your retinas and do a retinal scan. So that is all something they do during the setup process when they set up your persona and you use the device for the first time.
So if you see me pinching in the air, it's doing things like connecting to my hotspot. It automatically knew that my phone is with me and I'm in the corporate network, and so it used the auto join feature for my iPhone in order to gain connectivity.
And one cool thing too, as Kevin mentioned, punching the air, right? I've loaned this to my son and a few other people who are used to competitive products, and you don't have to move your head around and look, right? It's all based on your eyesight, right? So just looking at what I want to click on in front of me, whether it be typing a passcode or opening an app or joining a Wi-Fi, which I just got the pop-up now. You just you don't have to move around as much, and it's just really kind of vision sight. So using it while seating is much more pleasurable experience.
It's always been about your retina gaze with virtual reality, but it's so more apparent with the Apple Vision Pro, because if you're not looking directly at the app or the button that you want to press, you won't be able to do it. And so it really uses that ability to use eyesight to maneuver a computer. Talking about eyesight, that's what Apple calls the front display. And I think we might have two different experiences now. I have not saved my Persona. I'm trying to wait until 1.1 and the next version so that it looks better. But the eyesight on the front of the goggles generally comes from that Persona. So Adam, are you set up with your Persona just yet?
I did set that up during the setup process. Not sure if you can see it, but yeah, you can. When making a video call or any type of, I did actually do a FaceTime with my wife on it, and she said it did look strikingly like me. And so it does. It is kind of a face-up view of yourself. It does the full scan when you wear it the first time. It even scans the clothing you were wearing. So I'm constantly wearing. A polo in my Persona, but that's very easily. You can kind of go in and change that and customize that as you go through. But the image looks great. You can use it in FaceTime calls, video calls, work conference calls, and integration into kind of the enterprise world as well when you're using Teams or WebEx to make to have calls with your colleagues.
We must look ridiculous, but let me tell you that this is the future. The AirPods are not needed, or headphones aren't needed, because the headphones are embedded into the band. And so you have this ability to really hear in high definition without the need for additional headsets. Because it is open, I think that some people can hear what's going on, but that is a new addition to a lot of these headsets, is that the headphones are sort of built in, and I'm starting to hear people call this headphones for the eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right now I have the dinosaur experience going on in my Vision Pro. So there's a T-Rex over to my right here, but only I can hear it. Kevin, who's a foot away from me, can't hear a thing.
I cannot. So you might think this is just for show, for games, and for a way it can be. What I found the most exhilarating is when I was able to use my Mac virtual desktop.
We hope you enjoyed seeing Kevin and Adam unbox their Vision Pros. Those of you who have seen We Got Your Mac before will know that Kevin has been desperately waiting for his since the moment it was announced. If you haven't already seen it, do be sure to check out our bonus episode of We Got Your Mac on YouTube, where you can see my interview with Adam's Vision Pro persona. If you'd like to learn anything more about what we've been doing, go to wegotyourmac.com, where you can find all of the episodes and all of the resources linked to the podcast.